A couple who bought a dilapidated house from the council for just £1 have revealed its amazing transformation. Sam and Rachael Kamau's property in Wavertree, Merseyside, was in such poor repair that they couldn't even look inside because it was so dangerous, but they were lured in because of the space. The family have released incredible photos to show what the property has been through over the last year. Sam and Rachael's house had a waterfall coming down the staircase and a bathroom with no floor when it was handed to them by the city council as part of the Homes for £1+ scheme. They had been renting in Liverpool for 16 years after moving to the city from Kenya and decided to give the £1 homes project a go as a way onto the property ladder. But when they first looked around, they realized the scale of the task ahead of them, the Liverpool Echo reports. Have you bought a bargain house that you've completely transformed? Contact webnews@mirror.co.uk. Rachael explained, when we heard about the £1 home scheme we thought, why not? We had 2 growing girls who have always had to share a bedroom and the house was becoming far too cramped. When we saw this house, it was a bit of a shock. There was a waterfall coming down the staircase because the roof had no lining, the bathroom had no floor so you could see through to the kitchen, plaster was peeling off the walls. Everything needed doing, except replacing the bricks on the outside of the house. It was the worst house we'd ever seen, and I know most people would have just turned around and walked away, but what we saw, beyond the poor condition, was the space. And whatever needed to be done paled into insignificance to the space. The Kamaus, who live in the house with their daughters Alexis, 12 and 19-year-old Anne, spent the next year and tens of thousands of pounds carefully restoring the property. Today they opened their doors to the media, and to Liverpool Mayor Joe Anderson, to show off their remarkable achievement. Rachael said, "It's been the best pound we've ever spent and the journey has been a real roller coaster. It's been very tiring because we both work and we've been coming every single day since we got the keys and sometimes it felt like nothing was happening. Even by March we could only walk in the middle of the hallway because there were no floorboards, but when that job was done and the new windows went in we felt like we turned the corner. Then it started to feel like a house. Not yet a home, but a house, and that was a big moment." In June the family began to look at furnishings and color schemes. Rachael added, "Because we'd never done this before we couldn't make our mind up." She added, "The first night was strange. It had been hard saying goodbye to our old neighbors and there were boxes everywhere, but moving in felt such a huge achievement, we felt like we'd won the lottery. Then the next morning. All I can say is waking up in your own home is indescribable. There's still bits we need to do and we're still learning about what works and doesn't, but it's all been worth it." Sam's birthday is in December. That's the first birthday we get to celebrate here and it will be a very special occasion. Homes for £1. Homes for £1 is one of the schemes Liverpool Council is using in a bid to bring around 6,000 houses back into use. The Homes for £1+ project involves 120 properties in the Garrick Street, Webster Road, Bird Street, Richardson Street area of Picton. The properties are being released in 3 phases of roughly 40 properties per phase. A total of 100 families have now been allocated a property, with a further 350 families being considered for one. To be eligible for £1 home, people have to live or work in Liverpool. Houses are only handed over on the condition that the buyer will bring them up to a decent home standard and not sell it on for 5 years. Mayor Anderson said, "What Rachael and Sam have done is truly inspirational. They've proved that with a bit of love and determination a once neglected house can be transformed into a dream home. We set up the Homes for £1 scheme for families exactly like the Kamaus. And the beauty of what they've achieved in that, as well as creating as beautiful new home, they're helping to create a new community too, which is a real win-win for everyone. I'm delighted we've got lots more properties lined up for other families and we won't be stopping there. Next month we'll be launching a new housing company because we've got thousands of properties which can be brought back to life, and we're doing that because the demand is there. People want to get on the housing ladder, and Liverpool is still regenerating, still growing, and very much an attractive place to work and live.